We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas.
Yay.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about how 33% of our members quit their full-time job to land invest full-time. This is the meat of the show. Oh, no, it's not. We may have started early.
Are you coming off of that Christmas high right now? Is that what's going on?
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free.
Jeanette and Robert ask, hi, everyone. Got some signed offers back from my mailer, and now I'm looking at buying 2 or 3 properties in the same county. I remember hearing discussions about a title escrow/title attorney for an investor's rate of sorts to do multiple transactions for a reduced fee. Can anyone point me to a podcast or the wording to present this to one of these service providers? All vacant land between $6,700 and $10,000. I want title insurance because I don't want to run into any problems when my buyer wants to do something with the properties. Any info will help. Thanks. Well, 2 things. Number 1, Jeanette, you want to say, and Robert, I'm assuming it's the same. I'm assuming it's the one that I know. That it's not Janet, it's Jeanette. So I want to make sure. So it's simply asking for, there's 2 things you want to ask for. Number 1 is investor rates, and you can sure shop around. I would highly recommend that. And as you're shopping around too, not only do you want an investor rate, you want to see if they will do kind of a hold open, or some people call it a binder type of policy, where they know to kind of keep title on their desk. How about this? It's like when you buy the property, you go through the whole title process, it's all done, it's recorded just like normal, but the file stays on their desk because they know you're going to come back in 2 weeks with a seller, and you usually pay a little bit extra up front to make this happen because you save a lot more money on the back end because they've already done all the title work. They don't have to go back and redo all that again. You're the only person that's the middle person, and it goes real quick and fast and easy and closes cheaply. So you want to ask them about that at the same time. Would you like to add anything?
Nope.
Okay. And I just, like I said, just shop around, make some calls, and then timeliness. My big thing with escrow companies, it's so frustrating when you have a great company, you find a great rate, and it takes them 60 days to close.
Yeah.
What the heck? You need to find someone that you can agree on a date and you push for that date and you tell them, lay it out up front. I'm an investor. I'm going to close it fast. This is what I need. I want a good rate. I want to make it so easy. It's all cash. There's no lender. There's no contingencies. Trust me, it's going to be your easiest transaction. And they say, all right, I can do that in about 2 weeks. That's your guy. And you guys agree on a date and you stick to it. Like every email, I started doing that. And email is like, with the closing date of X in the subject of the email. So they see it and it's a reminder to them.
So we get this question all the time. Should I get a closing attorney or should I do this through escrow? And here's the real truth. They're the same. What's different is the actual individual that you're working with. So we've used lawyers that are terrible, and we've used lawyers that are great. We've used escrow people that are terrible and ones that are great. And it all has to do with how you do deals and how you respond and how you work well with a certain personality type. There are some people, for whatever reason, it seems to be more prevalent with escrow agents that go slow. And there's some lawyers who go slow, but they seem to be more. So in the end, I think what you're asking a geography-based, there's geography undertones here. If you plan on doing a lot of business in this state and in this county, I would look for a lawyer and really establish a good relationship with one who can close in sometimes just in days. In both cases, what holds it all up is the title plant. So, and we don't talk about this too much, but if you're staring at a deal and you know that this person has owned it for 75 years, or let's say realistically 30, 40 years, you're going to have a fast deal. There's not a lot of title work to do on deals like that. When there's lots of ownership changes, that's when it slows the deal down. That's the truth.
Thank you.
Should cost between $812 to $1,500 to get a deal done, unless you're in strange places like Oklahoma where there's a title plant scenario and they add $1,000 to every single property.
It's nuts. Okay.
We're working on a multi-unit deal. The closing costs are going to be like 80 grand. It's insane. And it still makes sense.
Today's topic?
33% of members quit their full-time job to land invest full-time. This is the meat of the show. This is another staggering statistic from the survey that we talked about on Monday. We sent a survey out to a tremendous number, well, to all of our members, and a very high percentage of them responded. Thank you, by the way. Very long, drawn-out survey. And one of the questions was,
Have you left your career to invest full time? And the response was 33.71% said yes. Isn't that amazing?
that is just like I talked about on Monday.
Like what?
Talk about a Christmas present for me. You know, this is why we do this. And so to have it work for people, with a lot of this, what ends up happening, we've talked about this really early on in the Land Academy years, the first year or so. We fully expect, the vast majority of the people that are having a tremendous amount of success, we never hear from them. They're not real loud on our Thursday webinars. They don't have a lot of questions for us. You know, once they get past is this going to work for me? And they go out and really actually do it. It's like your kids, you know, once they get out of college, it's like, you don't
See
hear
ya.
from them. Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. See ya.
Thanks for writing all those checks.
Exactly.
And that's the same way here. So this survey is a really good feedback for Jill and I to know that this is all still working and people are still getting something out of it and growing. And, let's go ahead.
And you know who you are. So, and I get emails now and then. So if you haven't sent us one in a while, please do. I love hearing how great you're doing. But every so often I get emails like, "Hi, Jill. I'm one of those. I went dark on you. Wait till you hear what I'm up to now.
Yeah.
I've just bought this. I closed on that. We cleared this. I have a staff of X. My wife no longer works. I just, gosh, I didn't print it out. I had a great story. Like my wife quit her job. I love mine. I don't want to stop, but I'm currently sitting here with no stress and no sweat, writing a check for my daughter's college tuition.
Hey, if that's you, and so, even some way scaled down version, send us a note.
We love that.
Send Jill and I an email. Copy us both because it makes our day. It makes the staff's day.
That's why we're doing this today on Christmas, because that's the best gift. That's the best gift we can get.
That's
and
right.
That's why we're here. We are here to help other people. We're doing just fine. And it's wonderful for me to know that we shared our business model and got you there too.
That's right.
And a lot of you passed us, by the way. We won't go there. But that's just a even better reward when someone
compliment.
says, "I made this much that last month." I'm like, well, shucks. That's great. I'm not doing that today. So that's so good. But I also want to share one more interesting thing was what careers people came from. Because we have a really smart community. So it's not like people left Taco Bell to invest full time. I just have to say. Why? What's that?
It's a good thing we're the owners and producers of the show.
Why?
We don't have any sponsors because.
Why did that tick somebody off?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't mean to take anybody off. You know me. I do not want to offend anyone. I just was saying our group is really, really smart. And the top,
let's just say it like this:
5 occupations I'm going to share.
You can have a job. Some people have jobs. Some people have careers.
Right.
These people have left their careers. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. So the top 5 careers of the people in our community are this. Number 1, accounting. Number 2, business management or some version of management. Number 3, IT. Number 4, mechanical engineer or technician. And then number 5, already an investor in real estate. And then came to us to push it over the edge.
That's a huge compliment for me personally because, I was already an investor before I started horsing around with sending out mail and seeing if it would work. And man, it sent my personal career, this is long before Joe, sent my personal career into the stratosphere financially. Mail campaigns.
Look at this one. I was an analytical chemist, but doing land flipping on the side for a good 10 years before finding you guys. And then I ramped up and quit my job.
Look at this. Just read them. Part-time lawyer, franchise owner, business management, civil engineer for the military, project manager, pastor, data analytics and software development, IT consultant, college student, engineer, driver. There's a non-career. Maintenance technician, digital agency, purchasing
Owns a
specialist.
digital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Government employee for IT systems, project engineer, construction, pioneer management.
I love it. There's just a few
And
of them.
that's just the top of it.
Exactly. I have a lot of those.
There's pages.
Yep. I just want to share that. I'm so excited. Hey, are you having a good Christmas?
Yeah.
I'm glad. This is why we're here. This is why we wanted to share this today. And we are happy you could join us today. I guess I need a little more eggnog.
Sure.
Right?
You're all
Can I
messed
need a
up, both of
refill
us.
on my eggnog, please? That's it. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can find us right here on the Land Academy Show. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we are over on the House Academy Show.
Tomorrow on the episode on the House Academy Show is called The Perfect Price Point for House Acquisitions. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
Think I'm kidding? You know, my favorite eggnog is still that Costco eggnog. There's something about it's spiked. If you've not had the Costco eggnog, be
it's
careful.
pre-spiked?
Oh yeah, and it's good. Last year I bought like extra, like it tied it. I had it through January. I was still drinking the eggnog, not like a daily thing. I didn't buy the truckload. What?
It's like putting scotch in milk. That's what eggnog is for me.
It's really good.
Maybe
I know.
like a little bit of Fireball.
It's dessert with fun in a glass,
Yeah, I'll just stick to my old grandpa scotch.
and that's okay. You can do that. The Land Academy Show remains commercial free for you, our loyal listener. So wherever you're watching, wherever you are listening, please subscribe and rate us there. We are Steve and Jill.
Information
And inspiration.
to buy undervalued property.
Merry Christmas,
everyone.